Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Good with Italians. Today is a very not improvised stream. We are very well prepared.
It's a strong script.
Yes.
Strong script, and I also have an agenda here. You can't see it, but there is an agenda.
Yeah,
and
there's a document, and there
bullet
are
points
bullet points.
and
Yeah.
teleprompter, everything, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So today we are working again on the RSS podcast parser. We gave it a shot with AI. We have a couple of roads, a couple of paths. We can probably do a bit of old-fashioned, manually crafted work, or we can feed the AI some prompt and do some code review, pretty much.
So I think what we were doing last time that we were working on this, we had noticed that there were some missing things. And yeah, there is actually, let me share the screen. There is a comment here that lists all the things that are missing. So possibly we might want to start from there. It's like, oh yeah, these things are, missing. Maybe maybe we want to add them. Maybe.
Fair enough.
So I think the only thing that is missing is the atom link. And then we need to validate the time to live, the categories, the iTunes owner, the iTunes image that is required, the iTunes categories that are required, the weird Spotify media restriction thing, the weird Spotify limit, the weird Spotify country of origin thing, the podroll thing, which is, I think, like a credits.
Yeah.
And then the people and the location. The rest is kind of there, but I seem to remember we checked them, but I don't know. I'm curious. So now that AI chat supports Gemini 2.5, we were having some issues with Claude.
Yeah.
Last time we tried the AI assistant. So maybe we can, instead of using the agent, we can use the transform features, like like one of these.
I think it's control. Is it the first one?
I think it should be modify selected code, but except instead of selected is modify everything.
Well, I mean, you can pretty much drive it through the thing.
Let's try the one shot first. Is it gonna work? Probably not.
Man, no mercy for the AI. Oh, one shot apart.
I am gonna try. Hey, if it doesn't work,
no,
we'll roll back and try again.
This is interesting because I have been. I'm very satisfied with Gemini 2.5 Pro X 2503, whatever, like the last one, right?
Also known as my cousin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The naming is hard, but you know, the latest experimental. Okay, this is nice. So it's giving you a diff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's checking the link, the atom link, which is actually correct. This is an error because it's missing. It's not validating the atom link itself, but I think one step at a time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we also gave it a very, concise prompt.
Yeah. But I mean, this is also correct. And then I think channel.categories. So if the categories are empty, that's also a problem. I think we might want to add some additional comments for the stuff that is missing. So maybe to do the tofu validate atom link contents if present, and that's 1. Then here I think this is fine. The TTL is like an integer, so fine. Categories, I don't know if there are like default categories. I don't think so.
I mean, maybe I could imagine like super basic one, like sport, arts.
Yeah, but I think that goes for that. Where the fuck did it?
Oh, man, there's no.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think we can assume that this is completely arbitrary.
Good.
And there are like, we will have to validate like the iTunes categories because those have like specific values that are allowed.
Okay, I mean that's a
Which
good
I
start.
think is, yeah,
You can
this one.
this is good. You can feed you can feed the whole page to the machine.
I think we have mapped them already in the code, so we can just attach the code probably. So I guess we also, like here, we might want to check that the categories are not blank.
Okay, makes sense.
Actually, validate any category. Oh, no. Validate category nodes are not blank. Okay. Then we have the iTunes owner name, and it's checking, but this doesn't exist. I think we'll have to fix this because that's like iTunes. Is it just the iTunes owner dot name?
Okay.
That's that, and then dot email. Oh shit! Did I press ESC one too many times? And now it's fucked. It's all gone.
Can
What?
you do Control Z?
That's I'm doing that. But this
Okay.
undo
Try to
undefined.
go.
Oh,
Try to.
it's
What
back.
was it?
The code is back.
How? Anyway.
I don't know, but I mean, undefined doesn't fill me with confidence that the IDE knows what's going on here.
I mean,
It's like there was some magic, code appeared. I'll take it.
don't question the thing.
It's fine.
Just move on. This is not the feature you're looking for.
Yeah.
Go. Go. Okay.
So, we were saying iTunes owner, fine. So I think we need to split this between the iTunes owner being null and then the contents. iTunes owner is required. Okay. And then we also need to do that the iTunes owner name and email are not blank. I probably should say here, warning, it doesn't need categories, or does it? I don't remember. What did it say? Not very helpful. Okay.
I mean, we can even do it a bit more incremental.
Yeah. I'm just doing a first pass to make sure that everything that we expect to be there is there, and then we can the next prompting, we can ask it to do one thing at a time, which is probably gonna have better results. But I have to say, this turned out better
So
than
far,
I
so good.
expected.
So far, so good. I mean, Gemini is fine. Gemini is actually, going up. It's also climbing the Pokemon benchmark. That's
I don't
also
know what
nice.
that is, but I imagine it's like
Oh, it's
fighting
a it's
Pikachu
a
or
real
something,
no, it's a real thing. They unleash the model on the Pokemon game,
like the Game
and
Boy
they
game.
they let the model play the game, and they benchmark them like that. And Gemini is like eight or eighth place so far, but it was way worse like 3 months ago. So now is they are yeah, the goal is to be there, by the end of the year, like top three or top benchmark.
I see.
So yeah, I mean they need to do weird stuff to actually make sense from a benchmark point of view. Otherwise, you can over how is it overfitting.
Yeah.
That you basically train the model to do the benchmark. Oh, now it's super efficient at the benchmark and it's shit to everything else. But you won the benchmark race.
Yeah.
So you need to be doing also weird stuff when you want to benchmark things. And Gemini is not doing that. Actually, it's promising.
I was thinking, I think that the iTunes category is always a known category because when we deserialize, if I recall correctly, we do we check the value and try to, yeah, because we have the custom serializer, and that does, yes, that does say something something something. I don't remember this code, but
Yeah, and I don't remember being here. Is it it's a loop at?
this is the custom deserializer for the iTunes category, and I think it was mostly written by Claude. I don't want to be mistaken, but I think it was mostly written by Claude.
Uh, we need to start adding the Git blame for the AI, right? So
Oh, I
who
think
wrote this?
when you no wait when you commit, there is the you can do the author Gemini.
Nice. So blame it on the bot. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Gemini at google.com. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's gonna be.
There's also the prompt for generation from the AI, but aha. Well, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, so I think the categories are valid. So it's only the valid ones, so that's fine. Although I suspect that we might want to change that to, because in the RSS feed we're that is only I think we're mixing things up here a bit in the sense that
Okay.
we are doing validation in the serializer, which
Okay.
we probably shouldn't be. What we should be doing here is, I mean, we're not going to throw the serializer away. I think it's good, but we will probably need to create a different one. Oh no, wait, this doesn't. Wait, does it validate? Actually, no, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's
It is not. It
probably
is
it's
not.
just taking the string and trying to do things.
Valid iTunes category is the thing that has all the valid ones.
Okay, okay.
So I think what we need to do is we need to add
You definitely wrote that list by hand.
this one. I did actually, but in my older RSS library,
Ah, okay.
and then I copy pasted it here.
So it counts as
Yes.
AI generated.
Um, Not sure why. Oh, because this is valid iTunes category. Okay. Why doesn't it like factory? Okay. I think that we might have changed the code since the KDoc was written. Uh, yes.
It's a classic.
I mean, we definitely wrote this code.
Out of sync doc is a classic. Yeah, I think it was us. Oh, I mean, we are very good at prompting.
Mm, I don't think so.
Anyway,
I'm
validate
also
if
not
it's a
entirely sure
single
what
item.
this does.
Valid category get companion.
Oh, it was doing some weird shit. Yeah, I think we will probably need to rewrite specifically this method. But also, yeah, this is old code from that older thing, and I don't love it. I'm just gonna
Let's
say I
make it.
don't love it.
Yeah. I mean, but this is a good opportunity to ask
Yeah,
the machine. I
but
mean,
not
what
today.
if we know what this thing is doing, we can definitely say, don't do it like this.
You can
Make
point
it
at it and be
different.
like, just not like that.
Make it better.
I think we also want to check how many categories it's expecting. If it's expecting like one or more, because it says the category and it says you can specify more than one, only recognizes the first one. So maybe we can add a warning or an info maybe that says you have multiple iTunes category, but only one is red.
Okay, but I. So why would you use more than one if more than one iTunes category is?
I think we need to add the info severity here. Because it's not a
I mean,
warning, it's
you
just
can.
like, hey, FYI, this is not going to be a problem. But why aren't you asking Gemini to make the required changes? Call yourself a vibe coder. I never called myself a vibe coder, Mark. You should know that. I have Italian vibes, but not coding vibes.
Yeah.
uh,
Well,
the serious answer is I think we need to go through the code that the AI has generated, check what's missing, and be more precise as to what it still needs to do. And then at that point, it will possibly get all the stuff done that it needs to. Media restrictions. It's a media restriction thing. What does that do? What does that do? Uh, okay.
country is the only valid value. Okay.
Okay, so we need more to do. Now the philosophical question is, if a media restriction, which is not a mandatory field, contains invalid values, is that an error because it's malformed, or is that a warning because yes, it's malformed, but the feed is still technically not broken? It's just going to be ignored.
Okay. So
What do you think we should do?
so the field itself is optional
Yes.
and the value is invalid.
But say that one of them has type set to banana. Is that an
Okay.
error
But
or is that a warning?
yeah, but I think it's a philosophical thing because it depends what you want, what you're building. You're building a validator, so it will fail if something is not valid because you need to trust it, right, to validate the
Yes,
values.
but it's
Or
validating as
the
an
form, the
error
content.
because this is saying, hey, there is an optional field, and if you put that field, maybe like it's not going to be an info, of course. It's going to be either a warning or an error, I think. And so I'm like, but do we want, because do we believe that the feed is in its entirety invalid, which is what error means?
I
Like if
wouldn't
you
fail
publish
the
this
whole.
feed, it is still going to be accepted by Apple Podcasts. Yes or no? I think that's the what it boils down to, or Spotify or whatever the fuck.
Okay, so what are the scenarios? The scenario is that they go through, they try to validate the form and say, okay, it's invalid, it's on an optional field, and I let you pass because the field is optional.
Yeah.
But it would be still nice to have an information
I
about.
mean, you would still get a warning.
Huh,
It wouldn't fail entirely the feed. It would say the
how
feed.
is it? How is it a lenient option? You know, the when you have a JSON that you don't want to blow up everything on nulls, and you try to
I
set
would
it as like.
imagine that is a byproduct of making warnings errors. Like you would run the validation as is, and at the end, you would go through the results and be like, is there any warnings? I mean, obviously, if there is any error, that's always a fail. But if there is any warning, then it's also a fail. That would be maybe a strict mode. Because I think by default, like I would lean personally towards saying this is a warning. I'm not gonna fail validating your feed, but I am going to tell you, hey, pay attention.
Yeah, if you don't see.
This is bad.
Yeah, if you don't see the item that you were expecting, it's because the content is invalid. And I will probably agree with you and Mark. Don't fail the whole field
Mm-hmm.
because we can consider because we are leveraging the fact that the field is optional.
Yeah,
So if it's the absence of that specific field doesn't make the whole feed
yeah,
invalid, right?
and
If it's the
and
title and the title must be there, if it's an empty title, I'm gonna fail the validation because it's gonna be, yeah.
yeah, and in fact, I think this is wrong. Like this is fundamentally wrong because this is checking if there aren't is saying there's an error, but that's wrong. Like it's fine if there are no restrictions.
Yeah, I mean, if the field is null, it's optional. It's not an error.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark is saying treat as missing if the value is invalid. Yeah, that's it. I agree. So if it's not mandatory and you contemplate the absence of that item, if it's invalid, if the value is invalid, well, it's absent, and that's it. But it's still nice to have a warning because you are conveying more information about why it's missing in the end parsed thingy.
Yes. Yeah, I
So
mean, that needs to be at least a warning. I also would like to. I think it removed. Oh no, it didn't remove. The comment is still here. Okay. So iTunes owner is not required. Uh, okay, so this is also wrong because it doesn't need to be there. It's not required.
Another optional. Yeah.
Yes. So we're also gonna do this. So if the iTunes owner is there, then we need to validate that. Then we had, actually, it's probably better to do this so we can keep it here. Okay, so we have the atom link is required, and that's fine, and it needs to validate. It's going to be like else. Something like that. Then the TTL, it's fine. It's only checking if it's positive, which is fine. Categories are not mandatory, so this is technically wrong. I think it's fine to say. Let me see.
As long as it doesn't blow up, I don't disagree on giving warnings.
Yeah, I just
I
want to check
prefer-
if this has categories. I don't think it does.
I prefer one more warning than I can ignore instead of.
Yeah, I think this is fine. To be honest, I wouldn't even bother checking if categories are empty. The only thing I would check is that if there is any category, that they're not blank. And I would issue a warning if there are blank categories.
Fair enough.
Or
So to
duplicated
validate
categories. I don't know.
the name of the name of the category.
What do you mean, Mark? I'm not sure what you mean by explosive code. So this is, instead of that, it's let. And validate category nodes are not blank. And to do validate category nodes are not duplicated. Warning. Oh, as long as it doesn't blow up. I mean, you never know. We've all seen things blow up when we don't expect it to. Okay, so now we have the iTunes image. I think if it's null, then it needs to be validated. Here we have the else case, which is just this. I think validating is not blank is the most we can do. And there should be an error, I think. Yeah, I don't think we can do much more for now. I think we will eventually need to have like an online validator as well that also goes and check the image exists and whatever, but this is an offline one for now. It doesn't need to go and traverse anything, so it's probably okay like this.
I mean, it's definitely the first iteration. I wouldn't stress, right? I mean, we don't
Yeah,
need to nail it for like, this is not blockchain kind of, it's you just carve it into stone. Like, we can do iterations.
Yeah, I agree. And I think in a bigger, and maybe like that's what we want to get to, right? We want to have eventually our own Code with Italians RSS podcast feed validator website or something.
Oh yeah, sure.
Where in that case we would take this and also add another like online validator layer that goes and checks that shit. Makes sense.
In Cater for the win.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do Cater.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
Where do we host it?
Yes.
Like VPS?
Where is the Code with Italians website hosted?
And I think it's a Google. No, it's a GitHub pages, so it's a static page. packagor has to run. So
We'll figure it out.
but it's running on a JVM, so I think it can run on Google Cloud. I can run it. It can run everywhere. Can we?
Yeah. I mean, you can run it on anything that can run a JVM program, so it's not a big deal.
Can we do the Kotlin JS export? How does it work? Is it multi-platform? How does it work?
What do you mean?
Can it run? Can it become Node.js Lambda, JavaScript Lambda somewhere? Like I'm thinking Firebase functions, for instance.
Yeah, but you can use JVM there.
Firebase? I mean, Google Cloud, yes. Firebase?
It's the same thing, I think. Like the Firebase lambdas are the same. The Firebase functions are the same.
Yeah, but I don't know if they are from the website. I mean, we can do Google Cloud for sure.
We'll see.
Honestly, I don't remember if we have a VPS for the website. Now,
maybe not. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You're the ones that has that stuff.
I mean, the website is there like since 3 years ago. So yeah, allow me to not know.
You are very allowed.
Fucking hell! I mean, if I think about this, my kid was barely born when we started this. So yeah. And now he talks and walks and and reads. So yes.
Okay. I think we need an extra if here, which we can probably just write by hand because it takes 1 minute. Just if the limit dot recent count is null, then this is a warning that is saying Spotify limit missing count. I don't even remember what the fuck recent count is. Let me. Where was that stupid piece of shit thing? Did I download it? Specs. Maybe. No. No, this is very unhelpful. This one. Yay! Provider support dot something dot something. Oh, this is also very useful. Okay, we're finally there. There was a limit. Where the fuck was the limit? Limit. Recent count. Number of concurrent episodes, items to display. Oh, I see. Okay. This is very stupid and very useless. Thank you, Spotify, for this. We needed it.
I mean, how could you live without it?
I wonder if anyone is actually using that. You know what would be cool? If there was a way to search, like to get a database of RSS feeds and just check what the fuck is in them. Because I know there is like is that Podbase? No, it's not Podbase. There is a thing that is like a podcast index, maybe. Yeah, this. Oh, I read something else here.
Yeah, I went true funds. Wait, what? True funds for? Huh?
API. Oh no. Docs.
Docs. Example code in every possible language.
Okay. Oh, there is a Kotlin SDK. Fancy. I was wondering, yeah, if there is a way to get the feed database. Oh, there is.
Okay. Can you? Oh, whoa. Okay. What? Download what?
It's all the feeds. It's literally all the feeds.
Okay.
All the feeds that they
Yeah.
know about.
How many? How many? Is it 1 giga something?
It's 1.6 gigabytes.
It's tiny.
I mean, it's not the actual audio files.
No, I mean, yeah, I bet. Total podcast in the index. What did you get? Like a
Oh, this is gonna
SQL
kill
database?
Windows. This is so gonna kill Windows.
Is it?
It's 4.5 million files. Oh no, it's just
Is it
a
a?
okay. It's just a database
Is it?
file.
Is it a DB? How do you open it?
I don't know.
I guess double click will do.
Oh, it is for 4.5 gigabytes uncompressed. Good thing I have storage.
Yeah. Do you have space? Do you have room on the?
I do. I do.
Okay,
Not room in the database sense.
uninstall Oblivion. How
Yeah.
do you open it? Do they suggest like tooling
It
around this?
does not say. It just
How do you
says
open that?
feeds database.
Can you double click?
Double click what? The DB
File.
file?
Maybe it's a SQLite something
Open with Photoshop.
Photoshop.
I
I
somehow
guess.
doubt that's gonna
Yeah,
work.
I mean, IntelliJ.
However, yeah,
There is a
database
something that you can connect a schema. You can try
database,
to
create a data source.
go for it.
From path?
Sure.
Sure. This?
SQLite. Wow, this is perfect.
Is it though?
Download the missing files, Sebastian. Yeah. Text connection. I mean, it's a fucking file.
It is.
Okay, it is. This is great. I mean, SQLite, man, what piece of software. Such a piece of software. Incredible. Fucking incredible.
Okay. Okay, so this is
Do
the
a select.
URL.
Do a select. Just for the sake of.
I mean, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, this is intense. Jump to query. Oh, query console. Fancy.
This one. Okay.
Are we doing? Yeah. Are we doing AI? Please. Are we doing SQL? Nope. We are doing AI.
I mean, I'm gonna try. I've never tried it. I'm curious.
Yeah, but this is gonna. I mean, I think the thing can access the schema because otherwise it wouldn't make sense, right? To put it
I
here.
would imagine so, but I'm like, because it doesn't
What do you want
contain
to
a
ask?
bunch of things.
What do we want to ask?
I was checking like iTunes author, owner name. There isn't that much iTunes related. There's only ID, author. I also don't fucking know what iTunes ID is, but it's probably not something in the feed. But I mean, you could easily get the URL for each feed and then download all of them. Like download the internet.
Sure.
And
What could go wrong?
and then you could parse them, and then you can find all the bugs in the world.
Sure. Sounds easy to do. Also not too and time consuming. Why would it be?
Let's say they have more than one category. Let's try that.
Touch.
Aha. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it, my boy.
Oh, look at that. Nice. Okay, so the wait for the
yeah, this is wrong.
yeah, but that's the thing. So it did choose the schema.
Wait, what? Wait.
And in the tooltip, there is like a quick action that says choose the schema. Fuck.
You wish. No, but this is wrong because this doesn't. Like podcast categories is not a thing. Like there
I
isn't
should
a table
do.
called podcast categories.
No, maybe he created an alias somewhere.
No. Nope.
Oh, come on, this is so close.
Try again.
Try again. Okay.
Oh, there's an index now. Hello, index. What? It's getting further and further away.
Attach recursive split category. What's
Okay.
with recursive split? Oof.
Fix with
People like
AI.
Because why? Of course, fix.
Yeah, because the problem is that the categories are like category 1, 2, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Sure. You figure it out, my boy. Oh, it did
and
not.
it goes somewhere we don't
Kernel
want.
crash.
Jesus. Okay. Report. Somebody's gonna appreciate that. But it should be able to do the read the schema, do a query.
No such column categories. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna start from scratch.
Yeah. Try.
Write a.
Can you attach the schema somewhere here? I mean,
it attaches it automatically. That's what it says.
But it doesn't read the table's name, so that's
I'm gonna
it's
do.
A lie. It's a lie.
Selecting the podcasts from the podcast. Well, the rows. Called training data. I would be surprised if this wasn't being it a public database, if it weren't somewhere in the training material.
Of course.
Select the row from a podcast table where category n is filled for n bigger than 2, bigger than 1. No, where's my no, it went away. I didn't do that.
Oh, man.
Okay, I'm very confused by what does what, to be honest, but sure.
Okay.
Close enough, except categories should go up to 10. Okay. Let's see all of this. Yes. Maybe. Conciertos en el living. Where is Elivano when you need him?
Yeah. Oh man.
Galactacus.
Galactacus.
Okay, so conciertos en el living. How many categories does it have? Blah 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 blah. I don't need everything, but fine, whatever. Category. Where the fuck?
That's a join.
Oh, it's...
here you go. Music.
Okay. But it only has category 1. What? Is any of them like blank? No. What?
Maybe. They look quite blank to me.
As in, there might be a space, but I don't... It's not null.
It's not null, it's different. It's empty. Is it a thing?
No.
Contain...
so
like
check
size 0.
Only... Oh, they're not blank. Yeah, that was weird. No changes. I'm in services. Yes. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why this was here, but let's try it again. And yeah, that's gone. The Elivano is gone,
Okay.
but we still have Christianity. Oh, Rado talks true. Who the fuck is Rado? Oh, it has a Patreon.
Rado is a being. He's a human being, probably.
It exists. Oh, I can do
Yeah.
charts. I don't know what this is. New item, newest item update. That's not what. What?
What's with the diagram?
Oh, I can change that. Oh, I don't want that. I want that. No, fuck
Sure.
off.
I don't know what it is.
Dead. No, I'll tell you what I want. Uh, last updated. I just want to check how. Oh, actually, language. I don't. Uh, I don't want the numeric thing. I need to do a count. I am aware of that, but I am lazy at the same time. I just want to do,
All
okay,
right.
last update. Woo! This
Whoa.
does things.
I don't understand
Stack,
the
horizontal, no.
the reasoning behind this thing. Why would you do that? I mean, what's the use case?
Count. Okay, so there is no podcast in the database, at least in the ones that
Okay.
have multiple categories that have the same that have the same last update time. They're all different, which I
I mean,
think
if
is a
they are
piece of
counting,
information.
if they're using epoch, probably yes.
I would imagine. Explicit. Explicito. I want to see count. No. Okay. This was fun. Let's stop doing that.
Yeah, that's okay. But we learned that you can download all the podcasts in the world.
Yeah, we've learned something. And
How
again,
many rows is that? How many items? Out of
I am
curiosity,
not
was
I
it
am
four
not ruling
million?
out the fact that I might actually end up writing a script or ask Gemini to write a script to download all those feeds.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
Why
now you
not?
know. I mean, you know what?
And then we
MPC,
validate all of them. And this
MCP.
should say that none of them is invalid because they're technically all feeds that are out there and should be valid. There might be warnings, but
Eh,
there should be none with errors.
I mean, because if you upload it on Spotify or on Apple, Apple is gonna flag you. So, right?
Yeah, it's gonna yell at you. It's not gonna publish
Do
it. I
you do
mean,
you have a
I don't
like
know.
a provider where in the data, like this thing, we found it on Apple, we found this on SoundCloud.
I have no idea. Do you remember the name of that podcast?
Which one? Rando, Rado.
Is that
It was Rado.
Rado?
Look at
Yeah.
that!
Fuck yeah. Oh, board
A
games.
podcast. What board games? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we can send this to Daniele because why not? Just we found something for you, nerd.
Podcaster wallet. What the fuck is that? I don't know what this is.
They want to know if you are a bot or
A
something.
lightning value block into what? I have no fucking clue what that means.
Eh.
Okay. Uh, I mean,
So
Rado really talks a lot.
okay, but
It has two categories, so that's correct. but I wanted to check the actual RSS feed. And this is now our second official test file. Rado.
And he's gonna do like a call. We need to do a collab in in a few weeks. So shout out to our friend Rado.
Whoever the fuck that is.
I mean,
Rado, the
he's
real
doing his
MVP.
thing. He's doing his thing. So
No! Why is it doing
kudos for
this?
that.
Why are they doing that? They're supposed to be plain text.
Yeah, but this is good information. He is C data, all the shit. Everything
I
is
mean,
C
it's
data.
not him. It's Anchor.fm that is doing that.
Anchor.fm.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a podcast hosting service.
Fair enough.
Okay. It does remind me though that we need to validate that. We need to validate if there is a link self, because that's the rel equals self thing. Okay, and we're also checking that the ref is not null, is not blank. And then also that the type is this. Okay, we're building useful knowledge here, and also
You know what?
we might have digressed a bit, but it's cool.
There was good information. So
Yes.
something that I will do out of curiosity at some point. You commit this thing, okay, because Git, okay, and we can sleep at night. And then I actually feed the whole file to the machine and say, okay, there are a bunch of TODOs, work them out.
Yeah.
It should be able to do that.
So I'm added a country of origin very quickly, and it's like to do validate country of origin as non-blank countries field, and that is a space separated list of ISO country code. Why? Thank you. And this is also a warning.
A warning.
A warning. ISO this specifically. I think we should probably specify it. Which one was it? Oh, yeah. No. Okay. That's also a warning. Perfect.
Why is it from in French?
Because ref is French.
Okay.
So I think we've done this. We've done the owner. We've done the image. We've done the categories. Did we do the categories? I think we did. Sure. Media restrictions we have. Stop it. iTunes image. Oh no, sorry. I was going back to the previous slide. Spotify limit, okay. Spotify country of origin, okay. So we are done until here. Still missing the podcast podroll podcast persons and podcast location, which I think it just forgot. Yeah. So I'm gonna add them here. To do validate that if there is a pod role, it is valid. And this time I'm gonna attach this file too, so it knows what to look at. Where the fuck was it? Podcast pod role. It is not empty, and all remote items are valid. Okay. And that's a warning. And then we have the person. Validate that is not empty. I think that's probably fine because I don't think this deserialization would create it empty. But you never know. Podcast person. There you go. And all entries are valid. And I think then the other one is location. I don't think location is in a list. I think it's just, yeah, the one. It is valid. I want to see if it picks up these things here or if it just fucks up. And I think it's still missing a bunch of these though, because it's definitely missing the transcript. It's missing the chapters.
Okay.
I think.
No,
it is. Okay.
Yeah, podcast chapters.
Okay. So it's not missing that. Is there a transcript? There is. Okay. So chapters locked. Is that locked? Is locked missing? I think locked is missing. Funding. So locked. No, it's there. Funding is there. Soundbite is there. Person is not there. And actually we can delete this. Okay. Location we said is missing. Season is missing.
Okay.
So I think the last one we added should be not, was it transcript? I forgot. Okay. So transcript is fine. We need to add, fuck, this is gonna take forever. We need season. We need episode, I think. Yes, we do. Not entirely sure what it's doing, but sure. Episode. Then. So this is podcast chapters, but is podlove chapters. I think that's missing. But that is also in the episode. So I think if we focus right now on the channel, it should be fine. So let's commit this and say I don't want to write.
Oh, look at that.
I mean, some is a arguable choice of words.
I mean, it's gonna. I mean, it's trying to be nice, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna commit a new feed. That's fine, but Okay, add TODOs for missing channel validation rules. Okay, and I'm gonna commit it, and then I'm gonna ask the
Machine.
a.i to address the to-dos. Nope, wrong one. This one. Address the to-dos reference rss feed.kt for details on how to validate fields. Let's see. I'll be curious if you got it. Because I don't know if the transforms are able to get the other file as context or not.
Generating.
Yeah, still doing things. But
generating.
This looks correct.
Sync. Right. Generating. Is it adding more stuff? Is it going?
It's still saying generating. So
no, I mean if it's replacing the to-dos. Yeah, it's it's going.
Looks
It's
like
going.
it
It's
is.
going.
Yeah.
It's going. It's going. It's going. Okay, this is good.
It's doing shit. Thank you, Gemini.
I like the fact that the compiler picks up and say, okay, now it builds. No, it doesn't build. Oh, it builds. No, it doesn't build.
Oh.
Okay, so what do we have?
I think the problem is that categories. This is not it. Is like value. It dot name. And it dot. Do we care about the domain? I don't think we care about the domain.
I don't know if it's nullable or whatever.
I mean, nothing makes sense, but I think we only want to check about check the name. We don't care about the domain. Maybe it's checking for duplicates. Okay, let's give it more space. More space.
More freedom.
More space. Oh, it closed everything. It does that. Okay. This is clearly the wrong error.
The field is blank. Okay.
Atom link ref. It's not self. And I think there is also this. There could technically be more than one atom links. So I think we need to change this to make atom link a list of atom link instead of a single one. Because technically there could be multiple atom links, and then because of that, at least one of them needs to be the self one. And so the code changes a bit like that.
Accept.
Accept. I mean, the tests are going to explode, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, just ask to fix the tests.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Is empty. Okay. Now. We need to ask it to change this. So I think it's useful to do it like this and tell it these ones. No, actually, I'm gonna do the whole thing, and I'm gonna be like, validate that in the atom link list, all items have non-blank URL ref for okay, and at least one item all has no actually and exactly one item has the rel set to self and the type set to whatever the fuck that is, application / RSS plus XML. Let's see. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, it's doing that.
I think you need to feed it the file.
No, but this doesn't exist. We need to create them.
Okay. Well,
so what I'm going to do at the
better.
end, I want to go through all of them and be like, add all the missing ones.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Because I don't think it works the other way around. I'm not sure. I don't think it's fair. Must have exactly one atom link with blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the other one is must have only one. Okay. This is atom link multiple. Would help if I could type. Okay, and then for all of them is checking. Okay, this is good. This makes sense. This makes sense. It's not super fast, but I'm gonna take it. Sure. Thank you, good old IDE smarts.
Okay. Have you read the new auto-completion model open source that JetBrains released? Mollus?
They've open sourced it?
Yeah, today I read the blog post.
Oh, nice.
It's on Hugging Face.
Because this is the one, but yeah. I wasn't hoping for this too, but now it is, and this is good.
Yeah, but who Mellum is for? And I don't understand AI ML researchers.
So I mean, it's the base model, and then you're gonna train it for shit. But I think it's good. I mean, this could be interesting for.
The size is legit, because if you go there's a table and it is like decent graphic card. It's not gonna be super fast.
Yeah.
But it will work.
I think the interesting thing is that it's pretty much comparable to this one that is 50% bigger.
Who's Davros? Is this something on your side? Because
the what? Davros.
Marx.
I don't even know what a Davros is. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know.
I don't know. Do we want to check? Check.
Maybe.
Something from, I think it's Doctor Who kind of thing.
That was Dalek. Wait. What the fuck is a Davros?
It's ugly.
Davros invented the Daleks. Okay, so you were right. I'm sorry, my Doctor Who knowledge is lacking.
Maybe some sampling on your side. I don't know. Can you spot something?
I can
But
look
even
at
is
it,
back.
but as you know,
But even is back to normal. Okay, like forget about it.
I'll
Thank
take
you,
it.
Mark, for the
I'll
feedback.
take it.
Sure,
I'll take back to normal.
When we don't know what it
Oh,
is,
it's fun like that.
AI.
This is nice. This is nice.
But then I wonder how to run it locally. How do you run it locally? Can you run it locally? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's open source and available on Hugging Face. Okay. Can you run it
For
like
training
with
details.
Olama or something?
A small token window,
I
but it
don't.
makes sense, I guess. Python, Java, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's a typo. We can do a contribution.
Go
Be
for
part
it.
of history.
Yeah.
You know, like those users on GitHub that you always find them. They're like, oh yeah, I fixed the typo in the README. I'm a contributor.
Yeah, I'm doing my part. I
Yeah.
have been doing that forever. I mean, have you ever contributed to open source? Yeah, mostly documentation, and then you check, and then it's actually a typo in the README.
Yeah.
Or like a dead link in the documentation. That's me.
I mean,
don't
this
know.
tells you to do some Python thing, I guess. So
Because if you can run it with Olama, you can plug it to.
I don't know. I honestly do
Can you,
not know.
can you search the model name on Olama?
No. Denied. Maybe it's just not there yet because they released it today.
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, if it's open source at some point, it's gonna pop up.
Anyway, let's finish this.
Okay.
Let's
I
finish
like it
this.
when we digress for like. I mean, AI is so broad. So.
Okay.
Okay. So where are we?
So we're
Is it
looking at the
building? No, I
change
see
code.
red.
So this is fine. Then we added the categories. It's checking the non-blank categories and it's checking channel categories cannot be blank. Okay, that's a warning. That's fine. That's fine. That's a warning. That's a warning. It's like if you have categories, then they shouldn't be blank. But I think there's a problem here, which is it should emit a warning for each blank category. And it should emit a warning for each duplicated category. So I'm going to ask it, emit a warning for each blank category. Don't forget the index in the path. Okay. Okay, and then I think
next 10 years are gonna be very, very interesting.
And then here it is emit a warning for each duplicated category, adding all indices to the path, e.g. Let's do channel dot categories and quotes 1, 3, 4. Category duped in at positions 1, 3, and 4. Actually, my Oxford comma. There you go. It's important.
Yeah. Oh, this is so
Map indexed, okay. Group by, okay. Yeah, that
this
checks
so
out.
Good. This is so good.
The only thing I would change is this to like on each. And then we don't need this anymore.
Enough.
Yeah, this is
This
fine.
good. Can you? This is so effective. I am actually very pleased with.
Can I say this is really good?
Yeah, this is very nice. So
I think this is the first time I managed to actually write non-trivial code with an LLM.
The
I mean, it's
lesson
still very
here,
simple. It's
but it's
very
also
repetitive, but
yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing. You are saving time, right? So now you are giving me time back, right? So I'll take it.
yep.
So I don't need Skynet for building the fucking Taj Mahal. I need just this, right? So give me my time back, and this is good. This is actually good. So the model works nice also in IntelliJ. So that confirms what I'm experiencing with Cursor. So Gemini 2.5 Pro approved. Seal of approval.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I was very frustrated by Claude because it was getting more stuff
No,
wrong than it was getting right. But this seems to be 80% there on the first try.
Yeah, this is Claude, the 3.7. I don't know what they did. They was working and then it's not working anymore. Something is off. So Gemini works, but I'm also liking the inline coding, the inline editing, right?
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
This
we
works.
have that in Gemini and Android Studio as well.
Okay.
It's
okay.
I don't. Is that not a thing in like Cursor? You have to use the chat?
No, it is. But Cursor it's so much aggressive with the agentic side.
I see.
You really, I mean, I personally don't use this a lot because I can just point the agent there, right? And say,
yeah,
okay.
but I find this is faster. For this kind of change, this is faster.
Oh yeah, probably yes. But I'm also cross-filing with because I'm working on web, so I'm mostly like, okay, you need to do something in the controller and you need to do something in the view, and you're also touching a root. So and I want to build this thing, and he's going through all the steps, right? So that's also effective because it's not in a single file. So, but this is good. And I wonder if you can actually do multiple files with this. I mean, we can try this with the errors, right? So now you have the IDs on the other file. What if you ask it here? Does it go on the other side and change the file?
I'm gonna check.
Because that would be interesting. I mean, it can gather context. That's also interesting.
And also field is blank is wrong. This is wrong. This is not a blank field warning. This is an invalid iTunes category. Sorry, it's not a blank field issue. I hate this so much. Well, I pressed down. Why is it moving to that?
It's like because I think it's one line.
No, I think they forgot to check when you use the up-down shortcuts. They forgot to check if it's a multi-line thing, and it should only go to the one up if you're on the first line. It should only go to the next down if you're on the last one.
Yeah, but do they know that the message is 2 lines? I don't know. Maybe it's just wrapped in a text. How do they do that? Is it Swing?
I would know to do it in Compose. I don't know in Swing. You maybe
because this
can.
is in the editor.
Maybe
this is in the editor, so it has.
No, but that's a Swing component. It's just an inline, like
thingy.
Yes, you can actually Control Alt click and be like, yeah, it's a scrolling thingy that contains an editor. It's editors all the way down.
Well, maybe it's okay. I mean, this is good feedback, so you can point them. So it's
Yeah.
at minute 1 hour 25 minutes.
Okay, and I think it's actually missing the index. Please add the index to the path. Would have taken me much time to do it? Not at all. But can I be bothered? Maybe. In this
Either.
case, it's easy enough, so it's cool. Okay, this is correct.
Something that I'm craving from a curiosity point of view is voice.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the next big thing where you can just talk
It
to
will
it.
make it will make sense, right? To
Yeah.
control K and just speak to the thing instead of
Yeah,
typing.
that's the thing I'm missing from Gemini on the phone and on the web, where you just have the microphone button and you just
Yeah,
say
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And honestly, if we had something like Gemini Live in this, that would be very cool. Although I don't know
And
how it would work with the fact that you can interrupt it and talk over it. I don't know, but
especially in an open space.
that's not my problem. uh,
Well,
I think it's not. No, it wasn't type, was it? Uh, oh, country. This was country. Okay. So the country must be allow because things don't necessarily make sense in this planet. So the type must be country. The country must be allow. Jesus Christ. And then this is checking the. Woo! Okay, this is fine. However, oh, this is doing for all of them. Okay, that's good. That's good. For any of them, it's adding a warning, which is good. Then Spotify Limited hasn't touched, so it was fine. Country of origin. Uh, country of origin countries cannot be blank. Okay. And then it's doing the same thing. I'm not entirely sure this is the same ISO. Yeah, 3166. Good. Good boy. Um, I'm I'm kind of thinking this shouldn't be case sensitive though. So I'm gonna.
to lowercase it? Oh no, can you do the ignore?
I mean, I'm gonna do. No, because contains wouldn't do that, but I can do
To
map.
lowercase map.
It dot lowercase
Fair enough.
before for reaching shit. And then I don't know.
Sebastiano, this is gonna create a new list and copy the list in memory. This is not memory efficient.
Fuck you.
You should convert into a sequence and do it lazily.
Oh, also, this is saying that this is not return obsolete two-letter country codes, but it returns a list of all two-letter country codes. Okay, sure. I think what we want to do
Huh?
is we want this to be a field, like
Huh?
ISO countries, and I'm gonna YOLO this like that. I think that's fine. The ordering of code in this file is annoying me to no end, but we'll have to deal with it later. Okay, so where the fuck were we? Media restriction countries. Okay, good boy. ISO countries. Okay, and I think we can also. Oof, we can also, why doesn't it suggest country in ISO countries? I mean, that's better, Kotlin. Better, Kotlin. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Perfect. This is not pod, it's pod. Pod
Technology.
pod. Pod pod. So is this? Oh, this is the remote items. Okay, and this is also the remote items. Okay. Okay, this is not the pod, but it's remote items. And then, yeah, we need to redo this one because it's not correct, I think. Because there, so the feed GUID, so URL doesn't exist. So let's just do, let's just do feed GUID. Let it not blank. Okay.
Feed URL though.
Hmm?
Feed URL.
Yes, but the only mandatory thing is feed
Ah,
GUID.
yeah, but this.
So
Is that
I'm gonna be
as a
like,
mandatory? Okay.
I don't care. No, I think what we need to do is this taking a, is this
I mean, it's gonna be like a
optionally?
nullable optional stream. So yeah, whatever you put there, it's gonna be okay.
Oh, this is a warning. Okay, everything is a warning. Okay, fine.
Everything is computer, Sebastian.
Yeah, I guess. So I'm gonna do it for all of them because fuck it, I don't care. But I think we need to actually, because the first one is mandatory, but the others aren't. Again, the philosophy. It's difficult. It's like if
I
it's
mean,
there,
ask the machine. Ask the machine.
if it's
I'm curious.
there,
Ask the machine.
but ask it what?
From a philosophical point of view, would you use a warning? Yeah, I'm curious about because it's just gonna make up
Can you
things.
can you type it? Because I'm too lazy to type it myself.
We need voice commands for this. We
I
really need.
know, but it's also difficult to explain concisely.
Yeah. But I'm kidding.
And then the last one is GGG title. So maybe what I want to do is make those ones like one is warning, but the others are like info. No. What? Sure. It's gonna be severity equals warning. Okay, fine. And then we go back to where we were. And I think these ones are like info. Info. It's like, yeah, these aren't as big of a deal. It's just like, it's blank and it probably shouldn't be blank, but whatever. What is life anyway?
Yes, it's philosophical, as you say.
Yeah.
It's very philosophical.
So I'm gonna do, because this is never null, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and then like check. Podcast person. Okay. Podcast person. Podcast persons cannot be empty. It can be empty. I think it's fine. We don't care. If it's empty, then there are no people involved, and we're all okay with that. But we want to validate that for all of them. Oh yeah, this is more of that. So the name shouldn't be empty, and I think that also needs to have validate the name is nams. The name is shorter is max 128 chars. Warning. Okay. Why is it doing it?
It's doing the. This is doing.
Oh,
If
because
it's null,
this is not actually validating that, and it's short circuiting. But I'd rather have if person dot name is not null, and that. Okay, I think this is a bit more readable.
yeah, it was like. Shh. I
It's
mean,
like-
I get the
But it also
ternary thing.
the precedence wasn't obvious, I think.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Anyway,
I get
this
the
is
meaning.
fine. This needs the index. Add the index to the paths on all validations. Was it doing it for? Oh no, it wasn't doing it for the remote items either. So I'm gonna tell it to do it there as well. This is fine. Thank you very much. And I'm gonna do the same. Same thing here. Yeah, that works for me. Good, 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 good. Okay. So we are checking the name, we're checking the length. I think we should check that the role. I don't think we should check if it's blank. I think we should check if role and group are non-blank. If they are, emit an info for each saying the role / group is assumed to be host and cast respectively. If non-blank, check against the taxonomy. And now we need to figure out what the fuck the taxonomy is, because I don't remember what the taxonomy was supposed to be. Not funding, not locked, pod roll. There you go. No, wait, no, that wasn't it. Oh no, that was persons. Whoops. Namespace. Person. There you go. Where the fuck? Big Daddy? Okay, sure. Oh, taxonomy. Yay! I'm gonna download that. I'm gonna add it here. And I'm gonna say new. Oh, actually, can I? But can I? Can I just do it like this and be like taxonomy? Okay. Annotation, Kotlin serialization. Inner class, I don't care. Yes. Yes. Extensions. Yes. Sure.
Boing.
Boing. Just bonked it here, and I think that
Straight away.
I'm gonna do this just in case. Okay, taxonomy item, perfect, and I think we need to actually add the values. Oh, also, I don't think we have JSON.
No, I don't think we have the serialization.
No, I don't think we do. Okay, so I'm gonna try a thing. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna say this is just a list. Actually, this doesn't need to exist. I just need a taxonomy item class.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna try and copy because it's not huge. I'm gonna ask it to generate,
Build a mapper.
add the list of taxonomy items from this JSON. And now we hope. I mean, there was an error.
Ouch! Android. The fuck?
No, I think is.
Okay. Get must not be null. I mean, something happened.
It's doing shit.
Against his will.
It's definitely against its will.
Oh man, what's going on here?
It's stopped. Continue. Okay. It's like, thank you very much.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm gonna try in the chat.
The context, probably it's the context that is not enough.
Yeah, probably that.
Here.
Why is it code base? Okay.
I mean, if you can feed it in the chat, I mean, yeah. Gemini context is just gigantic, so that won't be a problem.
Generate a taxonomy class, object that contains taxonomy item properties generated from this JSON. And I'm gonna fucking attach the JSON. Can I? No, it needs to be in the project. Okay, fine.
What if you paste it? It doesn't do the...
I feel like attaching it as a JSON might be better. So I'm just gonna plonk it there and be like, go for it. No, I need this. So stop it. And this. Let's see. I kind of... Why is it still in Venetian?
I mean, somewhere there is a language. I think there is a flag somewhere that you picked.
Did I? Oh, I might have put it in the...
It's in the settings. Is it in the settings?
Yeah. I think it's somewhere here. It is like the... Yeah.
Veneto.
I forgot about this. Well, there's a message in the chat. I'm guessing this is a KMP project, but are you using IntelliJ for native Android projects as well for the AI assistant integration? How do you guys pair program with AI in general, like cursor in one window and AS in another? So I generally don't do it as much, mostly because I cannot use AI in most of the code I write, like in most of the projects I work on. I don't have the permission, but I because I don't write Android code most of the time, I tend to use IntelliJ. I also use Android Studio. I work on Android Studio, so I'm using Studio to try out stuff and make sure that the UI that I create don't suck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And I tend to, for obvious reasons, I use the GEMINI and Android Studio. So that's me, Ivan.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm using Cursor for Rails and Flutter. For Android, so I'm coming back to Android, and I'm mostly doing the what we are doing here. So I'm using either Juni if it can make it, and JetBrains AI. That's it. There's no much. I try to do the Cursor plus Android Studio because Cursor doesn't have Kotlin support, as you would expect. But again, I will probably use Gemini in Cursor, and at that point, I can pretty much use it in IntelliJ. So, so if the project is not some super duper fancy compose stuff that I need to use Android Studio nightly or for some reason,
Yeah.
if I can use IntelliJ, I probably will use IntelliJ. But I really honestly don't know where the compose for Android situation is today. So if everything works also in IntelliJ, or you need to do like Meerkat, something.
This is
But
so weird.
I have a JetBrains AI subscription, so I tend to use that if I
So
can.
do I. So do I. So
So by the
do
way,
AI.
so
Why?
by the
Why?
way,
Why is the
this
selection?
episode,
I'm so weirded out. I'm sorry. Why is the selection this weird?
I don't know. You can find a bug or something.
I don't know. I'm just weirded out.
So this episode was sponsored by Sebastiano's wallet that pays for JetBrains AI.
I am. I am. Yeah.
We have discounts because that's fair. We need to say that we have discounts. So
Yeah. I
every now
mean,
and then
I would
we
hope
will
that we
try to.
could get some discounts for people to play with
Yeah, I
this.
mean we will try. We will harass Sebastian, and we will probably get some discount so you can try JetBrains AI and Juni. Maybe we do some giveaway like in the good old days.
I mean, yeah. We'll try to see if we can get any. That would be nice.
And yeah, but mostly Cursor with Flutter. I don't do KMP. Not into KMP, to be honest. Flutter and Rails, Cursor all the way. And Kotlin in Android, pretty much IntelliJ. So that's the standard setup for me.
Mm,
Where are we?
we're waiting.
Beam.
So this is fine. Again, why is this a warning? It should be
Rating,
the
and
info,
people
but
keep complaining about it.
uh,
So the
whatever.
JetBrains AI Assistant, it works. We have been using it for the whole episode. So you can definitely do work with it, especially because you can select the model. You can actually also, if I'm not mistaken, Sebastian, if you open can you open the chat for AI Assistant,
1
please?
second. Yes.
Can you select the model? I think you can also pick local stuff. You can attach Olama if you are on a serious rig and you can run models locally. You can even run your own local models. So this is cool. It doesn't do the fancy agentic thing that Juni does, but it's also very effective. Like we have been using it. It's a paid product. Do they have like a free tier or something?
I think they do, but I don't know. They have a free tier with the ultimate IDs.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, there's the trial, I think.
I think the AI. Okay. So if you have ultimate, you have a trial. That's something that I remember.
I think there is a free trial for everyone, even users of community, that is like a week maybe.
So you can definitely give it a shot for free. But also, how much is it? Like $100, $200 per year. So if you're using it for work, as I always say, if AI saves you 1 hour every month, it paid for themselves.
Yeah.
So it depends how you use it. You know, a lot of people complain about it's shit. I can do fancy stuff. But again, I value time and being pragmatic. If I have to do something very mechanical and boring and the machine can do it and I get back 1 hour of my life, that money is money well spent. So we are not talking about like deving 500 euros per month subscription or whatever BS. It's a latte, right? It's a 20 Starbucks latte. So if you think about that from a time perspective, I always think about, how much money do I make for 1 hour of work? The machine made me save 1 hour. It's pretty much, everything comes together into, it was a good deal. The return of investment is good. It's a very logical, pragmatic thing. I'm well aware that people have more like an emotional reaction to these things. But again, I try to, detach the emotional part. It's shit. It's gonna steal our jobs. If I can save 1 hour of my time and I can spend that hour playing video games or with my family, it's money well spent.
But never the two things together.
I mean, it depends. My kid can. Well, we don't play video games together. He plays video games, and I kind of supervise. He has this thing. Is it Masha and the Bear? He's making the pizza with Masha and the Bear. Yeah, I mean he's 3 years old, so that's the level of games, and they are fun. But again, if I can spend 1 hour, it's the same thing with the lawn mower robot. Is it? It saying? Yeah, it cuts the grass for you. It's the same thing, right? Is it either you that cuts the grass or you pay somebody? It's either money or time, but also time is money. So if I can save 1 hour because I don't have to take care of the grass because the machine is doing it and I get to spend it with my kid, that's money well spent. And so, yeah, I guess it's a matter of how you see things, perspective. Why did I not get any notification from you? Twitch? Are we live? I mean,
yep.
Is it Mark?
But I would also say it is not a mystery when we are live.
Also that there is. I mean, also that. No, yeah. I mean, I'm not teaching money, but so the thing is, I have been a freelancer, and Mark Ellison can understand this because he's living in that world as well. When you invoice, you know how much money you can make in 1 hour, and your brain starts thinking about, okay, 1 hour of my time, that's equal some money, $50, $100, $200, depends on, what level you are. So it's way easier for you to say, okay, this thing saved me 1 hour. It's $50. It cost me $20 per month. Today, I paid for 2.5 months of Cursor, right? So that's the thing. That's how I think. It's the same thing with video games, right? Now people are complaining that GTA 6 is gonna be $100. And I keep saying, yeah, probably you are getting 300 hours of entertainment out of it, right?
Yep.
I mean, I paid what? Like Helldivers, it was $40. It's like I'm over 200 hours. Red Dead Redemption 2, $50. I played like 200 hours. Baldur's Gate, same thing. I played like 300 hours. The Witcher, things like that. So it's a very easy way of thinking about costs and return of investments. Yeah, I mean, Mike, it's called entrepreneurship. if you can make money and pay somebody and you get like a piece of that money and you get that's the thing. It's called entrepreneurship. Yeah, that's how companies work. And so Cursor and AI, they are tools, and that's it. That's how I personally treat them as tools. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not great. It's not shit. The only
It's a
thing that
thing.
we know, it's a thing, and it's a thing that is evolving at a speed that is unprecedented, and it's
Speaking
gonna
of
be there.
speed, we're going very long. We should wrap up.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's wrap up. But again, things are changing quickly. I mean, 6 months ago, we couldn't do hands with AI image generation, and now we do short movies. And that's the thing, right? So with code, is the same. Right? I read a post today. Oh, yeah, it's intern developer quality. Yeah. I mean, we didn't have anything like 2 years ago. And now it can replace an intern. I mean, as soon as we understand how to make real money out of this, it's gonna be like incredible. And yeah, sure, probably you can write if else for the rest of life and everything is fine. But maybe this thing is changing medicine and we fix disease and shit like that, right? So it's not just if else.
Who knows?
Again, maybe he's replaced all of us and we don't need to work anymore and we will just rent our robots and our Teslas and we just rip the fruit. Sebastiano.
Yes. Sorry, I was answering on the chat.
I know that you are deep in the rabbit hole because now that you find a way to actually use this thing, now
I mean,
you just
realistically speaking, again, because of the kind of work that I do at work, it's like in the weeds debugging, this is not going to help.
this is not work.
Or writing very novel and unique things, this is not going to help. But for this, like, easy quote unquote stuff, that's fine.
Time
It
consuming.
just saves me the time of typing that stuff out.
That's the thing, right? It saves you time, and in 1 hour and a half, you can pull off something, and maybe it will take you half a day. That's how I see it.
Yeah, and I think again, I'm not saying this because I work at Google. I'm saying this because I was actually impressed by the results. Like I think the Gemini model did a good work. Color me impressed. And
Beautiful
folks,
people.
we'll see you next week with more AIing. More. I don't
AI.
want to call this vibe coding because we're actually coding. I want to call it this co-coding.
Co-coding.
Real-time
Anyway,
reviewing. I don't know.
so that's actually good.
I hope so
Beautiful
too.
people. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you next week.
Bye.